Trump is not playing games. And there was absolute panic in the cryptocurrency industry this weekend, and we did the complete opposite. Remember, when there's panic, you buy. When there's excitement, you sell. If you truly believe in what you're invested in, then this should be the greatest opportunities that you've ever seen in your living history. But if you don't believe and you're emotional about this, you shouldn't be in these markets. That's why I tell people to build a 30,000 foot overview and look down at the macro, not the micro. If you're emotional, you're going to get wrecked in these markets. It's a very thin market. The response this weekend was from Trump's tariffs, and he's not playing games. So we're going to break that down today. And then Rosie Rios was touting President Trump as we come in the 250th anniversary. And Rosie Rios sits on the board for Ripple. Here's what I'm going to tell you. Bitcoin and XRP will be number one and number two when the dust settles. So if you don't have a long-term horizon, if you're not focused on 2030 and you're stuck in the day-by-day emotional swings of these markets, you're going to get wrecked. Take a deep breath with me. It's going to be okay. These are the greatest opportunities in human history. So if you're one of our warriors and you understand, we were celebrating this weekend. But if you're emotional, and I understand, this is new for a lot of people. If you're emotional, you're going to get wrecked. You have to build a long-term horizon, a fundamental plan. As Warren Buffett says, buy when there's blood in the streets. Remember, they use our emotions to manipulate these markets. So take a deep breath. Everything's going to be A-okay, and we're going to be just fine. Let's dive in. Okay, so I tweeted this last weekend on Saturday, and I want to break this down for you guys. The response was from Trump's tariffs. Now, here's what's probably going to happen. So Trump is throwing these tariffs. They now know he's not playing games. Promises made, promises kept. Okay. So now what's going to happen is the US dollar is the most dominant currency in the world. How could they try to hurt America? They can weaponize the US dollar. When they weaponize the US dollar, we saw what Mexico and Canada's both currencies started to collapse, right? So if they try to weaponize a dollar with their US treasuries or dumping the treasuries back on us, guess where people are going to flood to? Gold, silver, Bitcoin. Bitcoin and crypto is a deflationary asset. That eventually is going to make our assets go up. It's going to be a bumpy ride, guys. We are going through a systematic change in our financial system. So expect volatility, expect chaos, expect the unexpected. So every time you start to panic, just pull yourself up and look down at the macro. Pull yourself to 2030 and reverse engineer, okay? And take a deep breath. So I put Trump is not playing games. The crypto revolution is here. Trump is setting the stage for America to become the crypto capital of the world. And if you're paying attention, this is one of the greatest generational wealth opportunities of our lifetime. First, I broke down what is happening. The US Treasury just withdrew from the new network of central banks for greening the financial system, signaling to move away from globalist financial policies and towards domestic economic growth. So he got us out of the Paris Agreement last time. And now he got us out of the central bank's greening of the financial system. And we know we got Christine Lagarde over here saying hell no to a Bitcoin reserve. And that's going to push Trump to push even harder for a Bitcoin or crypto reserve because he will win. He is going to make America the crypto capital in the world. Don't get played by this short-term volatility. Don't get played by this short-term emotion. Don't get played by your financial advisor right now telling you, oh, see, I told you crypto. I promise you that they will be working to allocate very soon when regulation comes in, part of your investments into cryptocurrency. As of today, tariffs, this was on Saturday, tariffs on Mexico and Canada are live, reinforcing the administration's focus on protecting American industry and financial dominance. He is not playing games, guys. Whether you like it or not, promises made, promises kept, and the world is responding and shocked. It'll be interesting to see, are the markets open yet? How the markets respond today. Trump's executive order to build national strategy for crypto is not just rhetoric. He's appointing crypto-friendly leaders to key regulatory positions, creating an even playing field for all digital assets. 7 years ago, he said we're going to be an even playing field. Guys, crypto's not going anywhere. Bitcoin's not going anywhere. XRP is not going anywhere. What I would warn you is be careful of the meme coin influencers. Be careful of this meme coin game. That's where you get wrecked. Very few people have I seen win in meme coins. Very few. We've coached 10,000 people. Very few. I've seen people get wrecked over and over and over again. That is not how investing works. Warren Buffett isn't sitting there chasing meme coins. You know, Robert Kiyosaki's not chasing Kathy Woods, Ray Dalio. We're not chasing meme coins. So be very careful with that stuff. Okay. The real fundamental cryptos will be here. This isn't a game this is a monumental shift in the financial system that will create massive opportunities for those who understand where the world is headed. If you're sitting on the sidelines, you're missing out on the chance to own a piece of the new financial infrastructure for the next 100 years. I put XRP and Bitcoin will change the world. The writing is on the wall. The traditional system is being restructured in real time. This is your chance to position yourself before the masses wake up. And here's the actual greening thing. It says U.S. Department of Treasury withdraws from the network of central banks supervisories for greening the new financial system. Okay. All right. So here's where we go into where it keeps us calm. Bullish. Nearly 1 of 3 of the U.S. states are moving to create a Bitcoin reserve fund. 15 states are working on it, with Arizona and Utah. Woo, let's go, AZ. Utah already pushing for approval. Other states are finalizing their approval. So why in the hell would the states be pushing for a Bitcoin reserve if it's going away? Let me ask you that. So you're going to listen to your drunk uncle that's telling you that Bitcoin's going to zero, or are you going to listen to what the actual states are doing, what the actual United States is doing, what the countries are doing? Okay, so we got the thing right here. We got Arizona already as the House Senate approval. We got Utah and Arizona leading the way. Awesome. We got Alabama, Florida, Illinois, Kentucky, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, North Dakota, Ohio, Oklahoma, Pennsylvania, South Dakota, Texas, and Utah and Wyoming. I want to check out Wyoming, man. I think I would want some land there. All right, let's keep moving forward. So this is Bloomberg. What I'm working to do here is to keep you calm, man. It's going to be fine. We're warriors. We're stoic. We're calm. We got this. God is good. We win 100% of the time. Bloomberg, BlackRock's Robert Mitchnick says that Q4 2024, we're seeing more institutions and wealth advisor firms entering the market with significant momentum around expediting approvals of crypto ETPs in client portfolios. So what you're going to start to see is once we get regulatory clarity and approval, the banks are going to start allocating anywhere from 2 to 5% of their clients' portfolio in crypto. We are in before the institutions, guys. The volatility is just going to be nuts. Even over the past 4 years, the next 4 years, it's going to be volatile, but that's where you make your wealth. That's the exciting part.
It's interesting because at the end of last year, you saw Bitcoin skyrocket above $100,000 per Bitcoin. You saw that interest really start to taper off at the beginning of this year. You've had an incredibly successful launch. You have had some outflows in the product in more recent weeks. What do you make of that as you enter year 2?
Yeah, well, I think big picture, it was a pretty incredible first year for IBIT. Obviously, record setting on a lot of dimensions, including inflows and asset accumulation. And, you know, as we come into year 2 now, we're focused on a lot of the same stuff that we were in year 1, which is really being a valuable resource and an education partner to many of our clients. As we've talked about in the past on this show, we're still quite early days in terms of the adoption of the wealth advisory and the institutional segment.
You're in before the institutions, family. This is beautiful.
And so we're spending a lot of time engaging with those types of clients.
Is that where the growth is? We just heard from Kavita Gupta at Delta Blockchain, who said institutional is the next catalyst in 2025. I mean, how much opportunity is there?
Well, certainly the third bucket, which we refer to as end investors direct, was gangbusters out of the gates, right? And these other 2 categories, wealth advisory and institutional, there are much greater hurdles in terms of their process and the research and diligence that they go through.
Of those 2 buckets, which is a bigger opportunity?
It's hard to pick one, but probably wealth advisory, actually, because there's a lot of sort of momentum around firms that are working through their expedited approvals processes to allow advisors to actually put these ETPs in client portfolios. But it's
okay. So this is crypto going to be here? They're literally working through regulatory clarity, guys. They're literally working through regulatory clarity. And when we start to get that regulatory clarity, oh my God, institutions, volume's going to come in. And let's revisit Jerome Powell. Remember 2021, he said, I'm worried about the middle class coming back to a new economy, leverage towards technology.
Our role with Bitcoin really is to look at, with crypto, really is to look at the banks And we think it's, banks are perfectly able to serve crypto customers as long as they understand and can manage the risks, and it's safe and sound. As a good number of our banks that we regulate and supervise do that. The threshold has been a little higher for banks engaging in our.
There you go. I mean, that's the head of the Federal Reserve. Rosie Rios, who's on the board for Ripple. This has no connection to Ripple, but has connection to America and the 25th birthday. Says, read my full statement on the White House Task Force celebrating America's 250th birthday. We're thrilled to see the White House establish Task Force 250 and look forward to working with POTUS, Vice President, so Donald Trump and JD Vance, the White House, federal agencies, and our partners across America to ensure that this milestone is the largest and most inspiring celebration in our history. So we got the 43rd Treasurer of the United States, Rosie Rios, chilling with Trump and JD Vance on the board of Ripple. I hope that our channel brings calmness. I hope that you're watching Good Morning Crypto Show as well. Our whole academy is all about taking the middle ground, taking a 30,000-foot overview. And there's a reason and strategy why I repeat the same things over and over. My message doesn't change, guys. It only changes when my paradigm changes, when I learn something new. What you should be wary of is influencers or people within this space where their narrative changes every single, they got a new project, new thing. It's constantly something new. That shows lack of grounding, lack of emotional regulation, and that will get you wrecked 100% of the time. Build a plan, stick to it, build a long-term horizon. If you choose to, when it goes up, pull profits, because it's never going to go straight up. And when it goes down, just buy. Okay. People, this is the issue with cryptocurrency, is people will sit in a job that they hate for 30 years to get less than $1 million in retirement. Only 10% of Americans retire with $1 million, but they want to get rich in like 3 months in cryptocurrency. It doesn't work that way. And if you have that attitude when you come in, you're going to get wrecked. Just think of it as like a retirement policy for the future, right? Start thinking 2030 and reverse engineer it. Build a plan, build a budget, create some cash flow, invest the cash flow, dollar cost average in, sell when it goes up, buy when it goes down if you choose to. So here's exactly what I'm doing. And I have a whole a free education section on this YouTube channel. I explain my patterns, exactly what I'm doing. So Bitcoin, I'm holding forever. I buy it every single day. I'm not selling it. Okay. I'll leverage it in the future with the asset-backed loan, tax-free, to buy more assets. So that's like our gold for my family. Okay. I'm just going to keep buying it every single day. We buy the dips. We love these dips. Like, yes, thank you, God. Okay. XRP is my second largest. I'm sorry. XRP is my number one holding. Bitcoin is my number two holding. Okay. So I got Bitcoin. I'm holding 100%. XRP and all other cryptos, I'm exiting 50%. Now the comments I get down below is, why would you exit? I'm an investor. It makes no sense not to exit when I was buying XRP at 17 cents, because I have a plan for every single dime. I'm holding 50% of that forever, just like I'm holding the Bitcoin, right? I'll stake that. I'll lend it out on a DeFi platform. I'll be making passive income on both my Bitcoin and my altcoins that I'm holding. The reason why I exit is because I like to build a moat around my kingdom. Okay. I have cash value life insurance. I have my money insured, compounding, and growing, and be able to tap into it tax-free with tax code 77028 at retirement. Okay. I can also become my own bank. I can leverage against my own cash value and my policy. So now I'm multiplying my money, richest man in Babylon. I take profits, I lock it into cash value life insurance. Now I can multiply my money 3 ways. Money goes into crypto, it profits, boom, down into cash value life insurance. Now I have access to the cash value tax-free. So now I can multiply my money, richest man in Babylon. I take more money, I'm going to put it into silver. I'm going to take more money, I'm going to put it into real estate. Okay, so now I have depreciation. I have my cash value life insurance, multiplying my money, silver for a little bit of bar to build. I'm not buying a lot of silver. That's in Bitcoin's my gold. And then now I'm doing a dividend ETF strategy. I'm taking my profits and now I'm creating cash flow. I'm de-risking my cash flow back into Bitcoin and XRP. And we're building an empire. We have cash generating businesses, and a lot of people say, well, I lost everything in 2020 because of the pandemic. I just got pissed. I was like, I'm done. I'm going to figure out how this shit works. I'm going to be very, very strategic with my money. I'm not going to buy Lambos and Ferraris and a bunch of shit. I live well below my means. As I created more cash flow by using my profits to build cash generating assets and businesses, I took almost all, I mean, I went from investing 10% to 30% to 100% to literally pushing bunch of money back into crypto during the bear market as everybody ran from it. And now we're experiencing that wealth. And that's what you can do now. Is this is your first bull run. You learn, you get your bumps and bruises, get out of the get rich quick mindset. Be careful with wise counsel. Remember, knowledge without wisdom is dangerous. Knowledge without wisdom is dangerous. I'm speaking from wisdom now. Okay. I've gotten the shit kicked out of me. I've lived the get rich quick lifestyle. I've lived the try to prove to other people that I'm somebody. That's why I don't show my lifestyle. That's why I don't show that type of stuff. It's not really that important. What's important is my foundation with God. What's important is being a good father and being a good family man. What's important is protecting my ecosystem with my decisions. What's important is staying out of other men and women's business. I'm too busy working on mine. That's the stuff that's important to me. What's important is to make sure that all my family can eat and eat very, very well. That's what gives me pride. That's what gives me honor. I would rather die. I want to die with honor. I want virtue over pleasure. Very important to me. And that's what keeps me calm during this time. This stuff doesn't bother me. And if crypto completely collapsed and went to zero, it's not my identity. It's not my identity. And that's what I hope to bring to you guys, is where our identity is here. Our identity is here. Our identity is with God. And we're already wealthy. We're already healthy. We're already abundant. We're chasing something that already exists. And that's why I talk a lot about nature, right? I say, if you study nature, then you'll win in these markets. A tree does not strive to be a tree. It just is a tree, and it just continues to grow. We're trying to chase something that already exists. There's nothing to chase. You're already wealthy. You're already healthy. You're already abundant. You're just remembering who you are. But if you're caught in an emotional state of mind, remember, billionaires use astrology. Millionaires use charts. The reason why millionaires use charts and billionaires force the millionaires to use charts is because they're emotional. The billionaires know how this works. They know that the tide goes in, the tide goes out, the sun goes up, there's a full moon, there's a new moon. You can actually chart this stuff, guys. And I know people say astrology is evil. Okay. I believe God created the cosmos, the stars. They found Jesus with the North Star. We can go back and forth. What is evil? What is not? I know I use these tools for good. I know that I believe in God with all of my heart. I love God. I love humanity as I love God. I follow Jesus Christ. They found Jesus with the North Star. 3 wise men were looking for him. They lost Jesus. They lost the North Star, and they looked in the water and put the camels, and they saw a reflection. Maybe it was in them. I don't know. But I believe in Jesus Christ as my savior. I'm proud to talk about that on my channel. That's why I created my own ecosystems. That's why everything I talk about is something I own or I'm part of. Is because it allows me to speak my truth. My truth is we're already wealthy. You're already amazing, guys. You're already amazing. You got this, okay? Stay calm. Love you guys. Big warning as well, and we're coming out with some awesome stuff. We're going to be working with an amazing company to really help you verify that you're speaking to me only. We're going to do some revolutionary stuff to help you understand that, you can verify that you're talking to Coach JV. With all this innovative technology coming out, I think there's a way where we can help people understand. But just remember, I will never, ever, ever, ever ask you to send me money. We do not invest people's crypto. We do not have a trading platform. So if anybody asking you to send the money, don't do it. In crypto, don't do it. Do not send your money to anybody. Invest your own money. Control your own money. Don't send it to anybody. There's no crypto giveaways. Be careful with the meme coin stuff. Just be careful, careful, careful. Don't play games with your money. Okay. When in doubt, don't do it. Feels too good to be true. It is. Okay. What I do have for you is resources. Okay. First, I have a free section in the playlist here. I tell you exactly what I'm doing. It's completely free on my channel. If you need help with the implementation, we have 2 pathways for you. Okay. One is on my insurance side. So I use cash value life insurance. I use term for my family, cash value to bank on myself and to build cash, or to multiply my money, to secure my profits. Rule number 1, don't lose money. Rule number 2, follow rule number 1, Warren Buffett. So I use cash value life insurance. We can help you move old money. We can teach you how to secure your profits. Many different things we can do. It's called a retirement strategy we can help you with. That's on the insurance side. I have agents in all 50 states and Canada waiting to take your call. Okay. So they'll text you, call you, email you from Coach JV's team. They'll never ask you to send them money directly, so you'll know you're talking to my team. Okay, that's on the insurance side. On the other side, I have what's called the Coach JB Academy. You'll see it down in the description of this video or my social media platform, or the 120-day challenge. You'll see that as well, 3T Warrior Academy. We've helped 10,000 people get their shit together. Our warriors are not panicking right now. They know exactly what is happening. They have a community where they can communicate. They can take a deep breath like, oh, what's going on? We have people and they're going live. We have live calls, Q&A calls. You can see portfolios. You can see entry and exit strategies. You can see how we do this. Okay. Education, education, education. Also a community of like-minded warriors just like you, so you don't get wrecked in all this craziness. And you're not all by yourself trying to figure this out. You know, we've helped 10,000 people worldwide stay calm. And we've seen many people, you know, become thousandaires, millionaires, and now some people are going to become generational shifters. So I love you guys. I hope to see you on the inside. And I think that's all I got for you. Warriors, let's get your shit together. Let's go.